This video contains spoilers for season 1 of the Chainsaw Man anime.
お前、分かっていて見逃したな。
Now this one's a bit difficult. The Yakuza debt collector guy from episode 1 may seem like a minor, nameless antagonist at a glance, but he just might be the most important character in all of Chainsaw Man. While it may not seem like it, the Yakuza debt collector guy is actually the one responsible for the creation of the Chainsaw Man, him and Tatsuki Fujimoto. Why, you may be asking? Power. He said himself that the Yakuza wants more power, a sentiment that I completely understand and agree with. And what better way to do that than by creating the most unhinged human-devil hybrid that this world has ever seen? What if this was a missing piece to a larger scale puzzle that only he could see, part of the Yakuza debt collector guy's grand scheme to claim the ultimate power? Blue Lock style. It is for this reason that I can confidently deduce that the Yakuza debt collector guy belongs firmly in the nose category. Katana Man doesn't know. Katana Man doesn't know shit. This guy almost lost to Aki in a sword fight despite being the Katana Devil because he doesn't know. He wanted revenge on Denji purely because he doesn't know. He didn't even know Grandpa Debt Collector was a terrible, horrible, power-hungry person, let alone that he's dumb as hell. Denji even tried to tell him this and he said, no. I don't want to know. Katana Man seems to be stuck in a perpetual state of blissfully, goddammit. My fucking chair. He seems to be stuck in a perpetual state of blissfully not knowing, and he's okay with that. If it wasn't for his being part devil, I'd argue that he will never know, but that reason alone barely nudges him into doesn't know territory. Katana Man, you just don't know, man. Aki is pretty much on the other side of the same Katana Man coin. That means he doesn't know, by the way. Similarly to the Katana Man, Aki is also out for revenge, this time because the gun devil huffed and puffed and blew his house down. And so, Aki just kind of single-mindedly takes to hunting the gun devil, not really stopping to observe or question what's happening around him. I think Aki's best chance at knowing was really Himeno, his chain-smoking alcoholic pirate confidant. And you know, I know it's called confidant, I thought it would sound like a rap and it would be fun. It's kind of weird to think that Himeno has such a good chance at knowing given she is about half as sober as literally everyone else. But then you remember that her name is Himeno, and suddenly she may be more than just a god-awful influence on Aki's long-term health after all. Himeno, in my opinion, was one of the closest to knowing, and I think she knows that. She knows that she doesn't want to know what she's beginning to know, so she's trying to pull Aki away from that knowledge. And to her credit, she's actually doing a pretty good job. Now, Snake Girl on the other hand, alright, let me break this one down for you. Akane Sawatari knows, and I mean big nose, humongous nose. Akane watched one of her goons get squished to death by the air and went, guys, Makima's alive! Guys, someone check Makima! Guys, it's Makima. How the fuck do you reach that conclusion? Makima is nowhere to be seen. She didn't even at least, like, write her name and the smiley face in blood on the sidewalks. Like, there's no indication here. The answer is because you know. You simply know. And Akane knew so damn much that in the end, it was her own contracts that ended her life just to shut her up. There are very few characters in season 1 that know as much as she does. Old man Kishibe is such an obvious nose. This dude caught one of Makima's lies, called her out on that lie, and is still alive today. Makima scares me. She even relied on him for the Power and Denji Power Hour training arc. This dude knows, man. Like, come on. This guy was in Chainsaw Man. I'm sure somewhere later down the line he'll come to know something. Now, Power's Cat, on the other hand, this is a real character. It's not only outlasted the other guy, but I also know its name. Kind of. Now, Power's cat is a fucking villain. Do not trust this cat. Meowie? No. Don't trust this cat. This cat is fucking guilty. One of the first scenes we see with Meowie, it gets picked up and taken away by massive, disgusting monster claws. And Meowie doesn't even fucking react. It just looks at Power like, alright, I'll catch you later. I hate Mondays. But then it keeps on going. Meowie is about to be eaten alive by the very same monster. Doesn't react. Meowie is in the pit of the stomach of the monster that just ate it alive. It could be slowly breaking down, dissolving in there for all it knows. Doesn't react. The only conceivable reason why Meowie doesn't give a fuck what is happening is because Meowie knows. This cat is a fucking menace. Anyway, the monster of the weak devils that target the main cast obviously don't know. They didn't know that Denji was the Chainsaw Man or that they wouldn't be able to beat him in a fight.
You're not getting through me.
Just a couple of unintelligent characters. On the topic of unintelligent characters, Denji and Power are basically the same person, right? Like two halves of the same fucking brain cell over here. I don't think either of these characters are intelligent by any conventional means. They're very primal in that aspect. But what this means instead is that their instincts, their intuition, is remarkable. One of the first things Denji asks Aki, for example, is if Makima is a bad person. And Power is very similar in this aspect in that she's already afraid of Makima. But then she takes it a step further. Aki is getting his ass handed to him. Power ultimately concludes that she cannot beat the Katana Man in a fight. This is the moment when we see the pinnacle of Power's strategic thinking come into play. I think it's this simple-minded doofus mentality that ironically enough enables these two to see the bigger picture. Survivability and comfort. These are the priorities of champions. People who not only get a free glimpse into what it means to know, but also not caring, unless it benefits them. Is the future devil really a question? Did I mention Poch the last time? Wait, the angel devil, like Meowie, is far too callous about everything that's happening around him. The only real difference here is that Meowie was so careless because Meowie knew it'd be alright. The angel devil just doesn't really give a fuck. He gives no obvious indication of knowing, but he doesn't really have to. It's this uncaring and almost even annoyed attitude toward one of the most dangerous missions we see in Chainsaw Man that easily makes the angel devil the most definitive, probably knows but doesn't care character in the series. Scar twins. The guy doesn't know and the girl does know. It's really that simple. I'm pretty sure just about every time this dude was on screen, he wasted no time in trash talking Aki. The whole time he was just British. The girl on the other hand was far more compassionate, I suppose. She offered Aki advice, and when she heard his answer, she got out of the way. And I think it really goes to show just how much taller she is than this dude, both physically and mentally. She knows not to be a fucking jackass piece of shit. This chick, I don't really know who she is, but I think she's Kobeni Senior, which means she probably knows her devil contract. And if you know that, how much more do you know? Kobeni? Is this a fucking joke? Kobeni doesn't know jack shit. She just sits here and cries and remembers how much she just doesn't know, and then she cries some more. More than anything, she's just an obnoxious character. If she isn't screaming, then she probably isn't really doing anything. So Kobeni's a badass. She might not actually be a living, breathing migraine after all. Honestly, she may just know more than she's letting on here. She's just been such a chaotic variable in the grand scheme of... What the fuck? Okay. So I don't think Kobeni is a character that even really knows what she knows. Kobeni doesn't know what she knows, the rest of the cast doesn't know what she knows, and I have a tier list, and none of this makes any sense. One minute she's riding the snake devil's tail and hanging off of a streetlight like it's a goddamn monkey bar, and the next... we get this NPC mode shit. Kobeni? You are a nonsensical bullshit character, and it's for this reason you get an equally nonsensical bullshit tier of your own. Just go on. Take it. Get away from me. The rest of the cast that I left out, I will not be explaining because they are unimportant and don't really matter at all. And with that being said, this has been the Nose tier list. The placements for the tier list are all factual based on my opinions and observations of these characters, and the anime for that matter. The manga isn't really important to me, and if you think the manga changes the placements, then I'm sorry to say that you are wrong, and my opinion is better than yours. But if you think someone was misplaced, or you just want to prove me wrong in the comments, then go for it. I'm all ears because, to be perfectly honest with you, I don't really know either.